UFC started new partnership with Dwayne Johnson Footwear Project Rock. Starting from UFC 270, under the term of multi-year agreement, all of the UFC fighter and their team will be outfitted with the Project Rock suits. They must wear Project Rock footwear including open workout, weigh-ins, and fight night locker room, and even walk out to the Octagon. UFC fighter expected to earn extra salary with this partnership deal with Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson have give his thought on highly anticipated heavyweight title bout between Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane.
What intrigued you the most about Francis Ngannou going up against Cyril Gane?
Well, let's make no mistake about it. This is not only one of the most anticipated heavyweight bouts of all time, but it has the potential to be the greatest and biggest heavyweight bout of all time. It's why everybody should tune in this Saturday. And I think for me, what makes this really unique and intriguing and interesting is, number one, just as a fan of the UFC, but also as a pretty big boy myself and appreciating the heavyweights. I mean, you have two guys. You have Francis, who carries with him this intimidation that is second to none. It reminds me of, and Dana and I talked about this before, it reminds you of Mike Tyson back in the day, where he steps to the Octagon with such incredible intimidation and power. But then you also have a guy in Cyril who is so incredibly technical, so incredibly fast. And not only that, but then, these are guys who've known each other, who train with each other, drop blood, sweat with each other. And so the whole thing makes it very unique and dynamic. And the fact that they're both going in as champion, I am in 100%.
Brazilian MMA fighter Michel Pereira performed amazing agility and backflip on the final weigh-ins and face-off event before the UFC 270. Let's move to another MMA update. Kamaru Usman will be once again in the corner side of Francis Ngannou when he enter in the Octagon for UFC 270. The UFC welterweight champion is very good friend of Francis Ngannou. He was in the corner when he knocked out Stipe Miocic in March. He will be on the same spot for UFC 270 heavyweight unification bout against Frenchman Cyril Gane. Talking about Ngannou, heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou said that The Rock Dwayne Johnson sent him DM for motivation. He also reveals that how his message motivate him to work harder. In the recent interview with The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, Francis Ngannou said that the voice of The Rock motivated me to work much harder.
Personally, I know how I feel when I meet somebody like that, when I have a chance. I always look up to somebody like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and recently he noticed me, and now we even chat. I text and The Rock texts back, and sometimes he left me a voice message. When I wake up someday, just listen to a The Rock voice message. I go out there that day, I work double of what I supposed to work.
That's amazing, man.
I'm just motivated. I'm like, damn, The Rock just leave me a message. This is it, The enthusiasm, the motivation of that, just his message, and then I realized how great is it to be in the position that you have that power to maybe just talk to somebody and change his day or his life. And I want to be the same thing for others. Basically, knowing from where I came from, that's what we need. We just need hope. From my experience, I believe that somebody that has hope and self-believing is a successful person. Doesn't matter if you have $0 in your bank account. That faith will push you out there and then will make you a successful person.